You know what you did? You're in big trouble. You clicked on a card trick tutorial. What do you, not have enough card tricks? If you were here, I'd give you a spanking. So here's a card trick. You take your favorite stool, in this case, this happens to be my favorite stool, and you have the participant cut the deck into 4 on top of your favorite stool sample. And let's say they cut the cards like this, they cut it into 4 piles, and you go, wonderful. I've never seen anybody do a better job than you. Look at how precise those piles are. My goodness. And you cut to these 4 cards. These 4 cards in 4 different areas. Had you cut anywhere else, you would have been in a different card. But you happened to cut to the 4 aces. Good job, you troglodyte. Whoa. So this is what I call in the business a half-baked trick. The idea is there. You have the participant cut 4 piles of cards, and the aces happen to be found on those 4 piles. Maybe you might want to change something. Maybe you might want to take something away. But I think it's a fun, bold variation of a classic trick where the participant cuts the 4 aces. But more importantly, check out my brand new book, The Art of the Squeal, available now. It's filled to the brim with fun ideas like an open prediction, like an any card, any number, like a wonderful trick where you have the participant think of any word and that word ends up in a piece of paper inside of their pocket. You have some self-working bits in there in case you don't want to do any work. Or you could just, of course, join the PigCake Magic Academy. Get a 7-day free trial linked in the description section below. 1,400 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be. There's not much to this, to be honest. All you need is a deck of cards and one of these stools. Now, this stool was given to me by my neighbor. I don't know where you could find them. They're pretty crucial for a trick like this because you want a nice soft surface to be able to perform on, especially a soft surface that's had about approximately 100 butts on it. You are getting the scent of about 100 butts on your cards. So I recommend getting one of these, maybe offer up, and you take the 4 aces and you put them on top of the deck. That's the setup. You could do any false shuffle you want, any false cut, as long as it keeps the cards in that order. And now you're going to have the participant cut the cards into 4 piles. Say, do me a favor, cut kind of thin here in the beginning, but I want you to cut the deck into 4 piles. And they cut the deck into 4 piles. And just take a note as to which pile contains the aces. In this case, this pile contains the aces. Now, a fun way of introducing this particular trick is by having the aces reversed in the back of the deck. What this allows you to do is to hand out chunks of cards for the participant to shuffle and mix. And when they're done handling this chunk, you take it and you place it on the bottom of the deck. What that does is that surreptitiously, my favorite stripper name, adds the aces to the back of the pile. Now at this point, you could keep having them shuffle chunks of cards, telling them that not only are they mixing the cards, but actually they're subconsciously memorizing the deck. And of course, they're getting the impression that they've mixed each and every single card. Really, they haven't shuffled the aces. So then you could intro to the trick and tell them to cut the deck into 4 piles. And here you're going to go through what is essentially a bluff technique. So the aces are contained in this pile. I'm going to lift them up in middle grip and I'm going to deal this card off using my thumb onto the left hand. Now, ideally, what I should do is pick up this pile and do the exact same thing. However, what I'm going to do is a big old bluff. I'm going to take the same pile that I just held and put it on top of the next pile. I'm then going to lift up all the cards and deal the next card back on my hand. Really, it's the same pile. It's almost like a frustration count, only without the sexual frustration. And you're going to repeat the action until you've exhausted all the piles. So I'm just going to place it here and deal off the last card. Logically, it doesn't make much sense. However, if you do it with enough confidence and enough cadence, it's going to look like you're just grabbing the cards from all the piles and putting them on your left hand. And now, of course, you could reveal that these cards are the aces. A fun way to do this is you have an ace placed 4th from the top of the deck and 3 other cards that you previously predicted. So what's great about this is that you can tell the participant that they're going to cut to the 4 aces, and here you have them cut the deck into 4 piles. You're going to carry off the action of the routine, in this case, bringing up all the cards. And now what's great is that you could turn the first card over as an ace, and then it seems like everything went right. You turn over the next card and oh, suddenly something's gone awfully wrong until you manage to show them that you've actually predicted each and every single card that they would cut to. I like that idea because it sets their expectation up when they see the first ace, and then it really makes them think that good old Magic Boy ruined the trick until you you manage to show them that you actually accurately predicted. It's just a fun little idea. I like bold, boys. I like bold. And this is one of those bold methods, but it's easy to do and very satisfying. I hope that you perform this and leave your experience in the comment section below and have a woman tell you that you're disgusting. Of course, I have to mention that one of the self-working routines in my book is a 4-ace find with a royal flush finish that involves no work on your end and is pretty much entirely hands-off. But you would know that if you already got the book, which is available down below. Some advice at the end of the video. I just recently procured a replacement for my AirPod case. The AirPod case wasn't catching charge. Now, I bought a knockoff case from Amazon that's pretty much the exact same thing, but made in some sort of nefarious warehouse in China. You would think that if Steve Jobs was still around, he would pretty much murder the person that would release a product like this, where the case stops working after a while. It's almost like they planned it, so then you would upgrade to the pros. So now, at a fraction of the price, I bought a knockoff case that still charges the AirPods and doesn't break. And if it breaks, I could just easily replace it for a fraction of a cost of an official Apple product. So I hope Steve Jobs right now is rolling in his vegan grave.
I see you again, when 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 I see you again.